What's going on, everybody? Product Probes back at you with another knife review, and today we're looking at a discontinued model, I believe, but this one's actually supposed to be pretty cool. This is a little folding knife by Jabe's Cutlery. I think it's from their Predator series. So let's dive into it, guys, and let's see what this thing's got. You know, I prefer the smaller type pocket knives when it comes to the everyday carry. It's just a personal preference. And this one, you know, with it being all straight blade, is right up my alley so far. But let me go ahead and give you a close-up on it real quick. So, right here, guys, as you can see, just a simple little pocket knife right there. Nice camo aluminum handle. There are no guts to this knife, so the actual handle is going to be all that you get right there. Now, it is a cheaper little pocket knife, but right here, as you can see, they've cut these holes out in here to cut down on some of that weight, gives it aesthetics, and you can also use them as tools. Now, this pocket clip on it is super beefy, but I know it doesn't look that way, but they have it sitting low, and I like them to sit pretty high right there. So not crazy about that, but it doesn't have a large divot, so with it being so strong, it's not really gonna fray your pocket. Now, it is a frame lock knife, not a liner lock knife, which I like, which with no guts. I mean, of course, it's got to be a frame lock, right? Single thumb stud right up there at the top, and let's go ahead, let's see how it does. So start with a single hand deployment. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get that thing open. Let's try that again real quick. Yeah, I can't get it open with a single hand. Man, that's not good, but folds out like that. Let me show y'all right here. So, black oxidized blade, drop point blade on it. Got a nice little belly to it. Again, simple frame lock right there. Smooth frame lock, but I have to hold it with that second hand to get, and I guess it's because I can't get a whole lot of leverage because it's so small, you know, sitting in my palm like that. That's basically the size of it. I mean, there's my finger right there. So that could be the problem. I mean, you can get it out, but it's definitely going to be one of those you pull out, you open up like this. Man, it's not good. Why put a thumb stud on it? You need that thing to be smooth. Now, you could give it a little, see how smooth that is? If it was that smooth through the whole knife, that would be ideal. But it's not, so what are you going to do? So, let's go see. You know, Jabe's right out of the box, they really do a good job for cheaper knives on their blades. You know, I think the Jabe's Cutlery and the 3 Oaks, they're a lot sharper than the M-Techs. You know, I'll say all of them are sharper than all of them, but the majority of them that we get are sharper than, you know, the Tac Forces, the M-Techs. But let's go see how sharp this little thing really is. Okay, let's get the sharpness on this little bad boy. So, let's see what we're working with on the straight down cut. It's having a hard time catching, and the blade doesn't look too good. Let's try it at an angle, though, just to see. Yeah, guys, you're definitely going to want to sharpen this blade up. It is not good at all, and with it being a drop point, I probably don't have too high standards for this tip, but let's check it out. Definitely a lot of push. Your slice downs are very, wow. Yeah, gonna have to fail this blade. This blade is not very good. However, you sharpen it up, you probably won't have a good tip, but you might have a little neat little pocket knife. Yeah, not too bad for a little knife like this. But one thing that I forgot to mention, if you look right here, it got some jimpings that are incorporated right here in the handle, and they've also incorporated some into the spine of the blade right there. So it gives you a little bit more control of your knife when you go to, use it. Close it down real quick. Let me show y'all this handle. I don't know if I showed y'all the holes right here, as you can see through it. But you could definitely use these to bend wire. Lanyard hole, I guess, technically there is no lanyard hole, but you can. Let me make sure. Nope, can't use them as a lanyard hole. So, getting ahead of myself. But that's pretty cool how they've incorporated that. Again, guys, just a simple frame lock knife. Pocket clip seems to be, again, super beefy. Sits kind of low on the knife, but let's go see what this thing looks like in the pocket. Alright, let's see how this little thing does in the pocket. So, show y'all right over here. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Slide it out. Guys, let's try that again. Well, that time it was a little better. So, let's look at the concealed side of it. The print, no print really at all with this knife, which is a good thing. Smaller knife, let's pull out. It just seems to catch. I'm not crazy about this pocket clip. I feel like it's fraying my pocket, even though it doesn't have that divot. It is a super beefy belt clip, but your trigger is right there, your thumb stud. And I still need to break it in a little bit, but close it. So let's try to, yeah, right here. You see how that's catching? Right here. And then you can get it to slide on down. So maybe it's just a newer knife and I need to break it in. But even when I reach my hands in my pocket, that thumb stud right there is catching on my hands. So right now, guys, I'm not impressed with this pocket clip. It felt super lightweight, which what do you expect? Not a lot of print. I wish that belt or that pocket clip set a little higher. But let's go ahead. Let's go get the weight and measurements of this knife. All right, let's get the measurements on this thing real quick. So, gonna be a 6-inch pocket knife. 6-inch pocket knife. What am I talking about? 6 inches overall, with a 2.5-inch blade, and then well, I guess it would be about 3.5-inch closed. Let's see how much this little thing weighs. 1.9, 1.8. So that's still on the lighter side. Overall, I'm disappointed in the knife. God, I'm disappointed. Because I like these little smaller knives, with my grip right here. Doesn't seem to be too bad. Defensive stance, just be careful if you're having to use it. But it's just, I wonder if I could just pull it out and go. Golly. And you can't really, you could loosen the blade up, but with it only being you don't have any guts in this, you loosen it up too much, and it's going to fall apart. So you want to keep this as tight as you can, right here. You want to keep that as tight as you possibly can because you have no inner guts that's going to help it hang on or give it, I don't know, traction might be the worst word. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I think I'm just upset at the fact that this thing could be super smooth, and it's not. It's super smooth if you can break that one little part right there and then go to open it. No trouble. Look at that. Bam. Single hand close. But that's definitely the kind of the knife, guys. Super lightweight pocket knife. Not sure if they make this anymore. If they do, I'll try to find it. Leave it in the link. Or leave it in the link. I'll leave it in the link. I'll leave it link in the description below. But hope that the review helped if you're thinking about getting it. If you already have it and you're like, is it just my knife that's like this? Or maybe y'all got one that, doesn't seem to, that is smooth, and this could just be this. I don't know why I keep trying it. Like it's going to change. I was hoping that it would. But anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. Hope you're subscribed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.